What is going on, everybody? Adam here with eTrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Titan Chain Cable Snow Tire Chains on our 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee. So we are going to have a ladder pattern style chain. We have these steel rollers, which these aren't going to be the most aggressive chains we can put on our Grand Cherokee, but it is going to give us more traction than normal. But this is going to be the smoothest ride you will get. So if you really have lighter conditions and you really don't like knowing that there's chains on your tires, these are probably going to be the best ones to go for. One, just because it's going to give you a nice smooth ride, but yet help you out of those lighter situations. One thing I really like about it is we have these plastic little rollers on the edge, which these are under quite a bit of pressure. So having these instead of some steel rollers is definitely something that I would look for. It's not going to puncture your sidewall or anything like that. We don't have a whole lot of rim protection, but with these, none of the steel cables are really getting in front of the wheel of our rim. We have a little bit of contact down here that could potentially happen, but I don't think a whole lot of damage is going to happen to the wheels, if any at all. But if you are concerned about that, we have other options available here at eTrailer that have a nice coating on the chain that goes all the way around. So check those out. And those are a little bit better than these in my opinion, just because these we have to get a separate rubber tensioner, and I don't necessarily love that at all. One other thing is they do come in a pack of 2. Nice little carrying case. The zipper's a little dinky. I don't know if it'll last a whole lot of times, maybe 2 or 3 seasons, but the chains are definitely going to outlast the bag. We could have a canvas bag, which is not necessarily my favorite. I would take this over the canvas bag, so you have that. Come in a pair of 2, so put them on the front, put them on the back, whatever it is. Grab 1 or 2 of these to fit your needs. All in all, the next thing we need to do is show you how to install them. First things first, what we want to do is just make sure that our chains are not in any sort of tangle or anything like that. Lay them out, get them all straight. So then, next thing we need to make sure of is this lever right here. We want to make sure that's going to be on the outside of the tire so we can access it later. So now, grab it in the middle and do your very best to get them up and over the tire and make it nice and even. And the rollers make it somewhat easy to do that. And now I will meet you around back and we're going to make our first connection. So on one side we're going to have this little bracket with a hole in it, and then on this side we're going to have the rest of our cables. So what we want to do is do your best to try to get it fed through that hole and get it as tight as you can. I do recommend doing this on your garage floor to figure it out first, just so you're not trying to figure out exactly how much we need to put in there for it to fit the best. There's going to be an optimal amount of chain we'll put through that little bracket to make it fit the best. So definitely try that out before you're in the situation where you need to get out of. That is just my suggestion. All right, so now I will meet you around front to make our second connection. The front's kind of the same deal, but we're going to have this little lever. We want to make sure that it's going to be open. So this is closed and it's open here. You can see how it travels a little bit. So what we want to do is pull as much as we can with it open. It's probably about right. Yeah, we can probably do a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more. All right, cool. So now that we have that, we can go ahead and close this up, hook it back onto the cable. We're going to use this little bracket, just like the one we had around back, to feed that through. We're not done yet, so now what we want to do is grab a rubber tensioner. These do not come with the chains, but if you scroll down on the web page that you're on, should be in the related parts section. So just click add to cart and you're good. All we have to make sure of with these is just make sure that those hooks are going to be facing out, away from the tire, just to prevent any unnecessary damage from happening. And we do want to be relatively uniform whenever we're strapping these up. Be nice and even to evenly distribute all that pressure throughout the chain. And after we're done with that, there's one more step that I want you to do. So go into your car, roll over them a couple of times, come back out, make sure it's still nice and tight, and if so, we're ready to hit the road. Well, everyone, that just about does it for a look at the Titan Chain Cable Snow Tire Chains on our 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee.